I'm good to go. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a New Year's Eve makeup tutorial. I know it's up a little bit late, but I didn't have time to film earlier, but I still wanted to create a New Year's Eve tutorial. I did one last year as well using the Tarte and Bloom palette. And now I decided to go with a silver look. This is more of a cool toned look and I'm absolutely in love with it. I used the Colourpop eyeshadow in the shade Koosh, which is such a pretty shade. It's the perfect silver shade in my opinion because it has that taupe undertone. So I decided to use it for this New Year's Eve look. So this is the look I came up with. I really hope you enjoy it, and if you want to know how to get this look, then definitely just keep on watching. I don't know what to do, but just keep on watching.
Alright, so starting off, I use my Mistine Wonder BB Cream makeup base. Now I'm not sure if this brand is cruelty free. I looked it up but I couldn't find it, so if you know it, let me know in the comments down below. And then for foundation, I use my EX1 Invisiwear liquid foundation in the shade F100, and I blended it into my skin using my damp beauty blender as I always do. Then moving on to brows, I use my Colourpop brow color in the shade Taupe to fill them in. And I'm doing my brows first because I'm going to start off with the eyes because it is more of a heavy makeup look. Then to set my brows in place, I use my Catrice eyebrow filler. Also, if you guys would like to see an in-depth video on how I do my brows, definitely let it know in the comments down below. To cover up my dark circles, I used my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye in the shade Neutral Medium, and I applied it using my fingers, and then I made sure everything was nice and blended using my damp beauty blender again. Then to prime my eyelids for eyeshadow, I used my Milani eyeshadow primer in the shade Nude and applied it using my fingertips. Then I used the Viseart eyeshadow palette in the shade Neutral Matte, and I used the first two shades to set that eyeshadow primer in place. Then from the same palette, I used a light peachy shade and blended it as a transition shade in my crease and a little bit above my crease. Since that transition shade didn't really show up on my skin tone, I used the shade next to that, which is also a peachy shade but a little bit darker, and I applied it basically on the same area. Then to darken up my crease even more, I went in with this darker brown shade that has more of a cool toned undertone, and I applied it in my crease using a pencil brush. And then I used the same previous brush without any additional product to make sure that crease was nice and blended. And then I went back in with some more of the dark brown shade and then blended it out again and repeated the steps until I was happy with the intensity of my crease. And then I went back in with my transition shade to make sure that everything was really nice and blended. Then I used a Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the shade Cherry Cola and applied it on my outer V. And then I went in with a clean blending brush to blend that out and make sure that it wasn't looking too harsh. And then I added some more of the Cherry Cola and blended it again until I was happy with the intensity. And then on my actual eyelids, I applied some NYX Glitter Primer to prime them before I'm going in with my lid shade. And then as my lid shade, I used my Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Koosh, which is a beautiful silver shade. And I used the Colourpop brush for the first time, but as you can see, I wasn't really happy with the intensity, so I decided to use my fingers instead. And as you can see, using my fingers really made this shade look very intense and glittery, which is of course what we're going for on a New Year's Eve makeup look. And then I decided my outer V wasn't dark enough, so I added a little bit more of the Cherry Cola shade. And then I went back in with my transition shade to make sure everything was nice and blended. And then I'm going back in with a few shades because I wasn't happy with the intensity. To highlight my brow bone, I used the first creamy shade, and then of course I'm going to make sure that the crease shade is still visible. And then I decided to add a little bit of eyeliner because I'm going in with some falsies afterwards. But I'm just going to apply a small line, no winged eyeliner for today's look. And then it was time to finish off the face. First I'm going to apply some concealer. I used the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer, and this is in the shade Porcelain, and I'm going to apply it underneath my eyes and also on the center of my face to make sure everything was balanced. And to blend it into my skin, I use my damp beauty blender again. To set my under eyes, I use my RCMA translucent powder, and the great thing about this is that it's not too cakey or heavy and it doesn't add any coverage or alter the shade, it's just a translucent powder. Then to set the rest of my face, I use my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores translucent pressed powder, and I'm going to press this into my skin. And then because my laugh lines, chin and in between my eyebrows tend to crease throughout the day, I decided to use the same translucent powder by RCMA and bake for a few minutes actually. And then to contour my face, I use my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette and use the first contour shade that is very cool toned. And then to bronze up my skin, I used my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer and applied it on the usual areas. And then I brushed off the excess translucent powder using my same powder brush. And then for blush, I used the Natasha Denona Blush Duo. This is in the shade number 15 and it was the first time I used it. I just mixed both of the shades together and I really love them. I got this on sale on the Beauty Bay website. I think it's still on sale even, so if you want to get it, then hurry up. Then for my highlight, I used my Makeup Geek Duochrome Highlighter in the shade Lit. And since this is a New Year's Eve makeup tutorial, I'm going to apply a very generous amount. Then I went back in with the shade Cherry Cola by Makeup Geek and applied it on my lower lash line really close to my waterline. And then to darken up the look even more, I applied the P2 Impressive Gel Kajal in the shade Dramatic Anthracite and I applied it on my waterline. Then to blend everything out, I used the peachy shade, the darker one, and made sure everything was nice and blended underneath my lash line. And then I applied a little bit more of the Cherry Cola. As an inner corner highlight, I used the Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the shade Shimmy Shimmy, which is my favorite inner corner highlight. And then it was time to curl my eyelashes using my Tarte eyelash curler. And then for mascara, I used my Essence The False Lashes mascara. And then as a bottom lash mascara, I used my Catrice Lash Dresser Comb Mascara. This mascara has a really small brush, which makes it the perfect brush to apply on your lower lashes. And then to set my eyebrows in place, I used my ABH Clear Brow Gel, which is going to make sure my eyebrows don't move throughout the day or night. Then I applied my false lashes off camera. These are the Iconics by House of Lashes and I also used their lash adhesive. And then I applied the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Androgyny on my lips. I decided to go for a sultry plum mauve because I think it complements these silver eyes beautifully.
Okay guys, so that wraps up this makeup tutorial. I really hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to be safe on New Year's Eve. Don't drink and drive because you will die. No, but seriously, don't do it. Be careful, have fun. I hope you have an amazing night. And I also hope this makeup look inspired you to do something creative for New Year's Eve. Not that it's that creative, but you know what I mean. So yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video. And hopefully I will see you guys next year in my new video. Mwah.